What we are going to do. Hope everyone's doing good. We're gonna make some things with the stuff. Been doing this breakfast. I'm gonna stick with breakfast. Running low on eggs, so we're gonna do 3 eggs. All the things laid out for us. Some spinach. Use the rest of the spinach here. OJ. Parmesan. Alright. Yeah, what up, Synth? How you doing, brother? Start by heating this bad boy up. I'm gonna do a scramble. Nice simple scramble. Fry that bad boy up. Crack some eggs. You seem to not know what the fuck you're talking about. Just because I don't do it on stream doesn't mean I don't do it. I got a base within reach everywhere I go. I got a base by my bed. I got a base right over here. I got a base right over there. Hey, what's up, Maxwell? How you doing? This is the reality I found with when I first started this stream or this channel. My goal was to do fretless bass, you know, stream fretless bass, play fretless bass, love fretless bass. But you know, the reality I found is it is a smaller market of people who, one, even know what a fretless bass is, two, are even interested in it, and three, and most importantly, want to hear me play it. So, you know, we do a lot of stuff here. Before it was Joku bass, because I was trying to just narrow down the market. It was Joku 365, because I was just live 365 days out of the year. So, that's probably a more accurate. I know, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, Synth? But it's true. And the harsh reality of fretless bass that I found is, you know, it's not the easiest to make it sound really good. And people on YouTube are somewhat fickle. So for me, it was a very sobering moment to realize, like, oh yeah, you know, the vision I had maybe isn't as interesting to the masses as I thought it would be. Like, if I just did what people wanted me to do, I would just be playing like freaking Fortnite or Pokemon or whatever. But what I've always done on this channel is I do whatever the fuck I want to do, you know? And right now I gotta eat some food. So we're gonna make some food. But still gotta represent the bass, right? I can tell you this, Synth, I've been streaming for quite some time, and a major portion of that period was to absolutely nobody. So, you learn the hard way. What's up, Luca? I'm making a scramble right now. Yeah, for me, bass is like why I'm alive, dude. Bass bass was, I didn't have like a freaking teddy bear or anything. I just had my bass, and I would just sit there and pluck my bass all night. Play fretless Fender Jazzmaster. So did you make the Jazzmaster fretless? You made a fretless guitar? Cause that's pretty cool. I have a fretless guitar too. It's a Squier Strat. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Yeah, the first band I ever played was fretless bass. Your streams, grand scheme of things. Yeah, the very first video I ever posted was me on this, was me in a Pikachu outfit playing actually there's other videos, but I've since made them private. But it was me playing fretless bass. My whole vision, like I said, was you know, just go on here and play fretless bass, because there's not many people who play fretless bass. There's like Tony Franklin. There's this one Norwegian dude. I can't even think of his name. But, you know, do a lot of things. I've since kind of transitioned my streams to be more, I don't even know what you call this, but trying to inspire people towards, you know, pursuing their dreams and doing what they want to do, eating healthy, working out. I like live streaming this stuff because when I live stream it, I end up eating healthier than I normally would eat. You know, I don't normally take the time to do these scrambles and stuff. Like earlier today, I just made a scramble. I made just a bowl of granola, and as a result, I was kind of feeling like shit today. Yeah, this is a whatever the fuck you want stream. That is more accurate. Again, like I said, I used to do, it was like Joku 365, because it was just me live. Because I got late start on streaming. So when I used to do it on Twitch, and even here, what I used to do is just 24/7 in my room. So I just had the stream running 24/7 because, again, 0 viewers. I would do a 24-hour stream, maybe get 3 people. And the other thing is that when you're streaming for 24 hours a day, you end up kind of just sitting there. You're in front of a fucking camera and it's brutal, but you end up kind of like looking around, you're doing stuff, and people will pop in and be like, "Hey, what's up?" And if you don't respond immediately, or even more painful is you do respond, "Hey, how's it going?" And then they just leave. You know, and you're just like, "Fuck! That was my chance. That was my chance." So, you know, there's much better ways. There's other people who know what they're doing with streaming. How to get viewers, and this is why I always shout out Psycat and Moltres, because without them, I would not be where I am today. They showed me the ways of the live streams. But yeah, if you look at my channel, I think I have like over 4.5 thousand videos up. So yeah, a lot of things with the stuff. Lately, I've been kind of focusing on piano just because I need to get better at piano. And the better I get at piano, the better I get at fretless bass. Bro, Moltres! Moltres is here! What's up, Moltres? What up, Psycat? Sorry, I didn't mean to not shout you out, Psycat. Love you, Psycat. Thank you for being here. How you doing today, Moltres? So, a big part of my streams these days is, one, we've painstakingly built an awesome community here, and I really cherish you guys, and that's why I just keep going live. You know, a lot of times I don't even want to go live, I'm going to be honest, but I'm my own worst enemy. So it's like, if you want to be a live streamer, if you want to, do the YouTubes, you got to stay consistent. And the other factor is that if I don't go live, people just, go off and do their own thing. So that's why I've been doing these Brawlhalla homie hangouts, because it allows me to do whatever else I need to do when I don't really want to just stand in front of a camera. And I get to talk with you guys in the chat. And what's nice about the Brawlhalla homie hangout is I can just have my mic with me anywhere around the house and continue to chat with you guys. So I like to do it. Bull chest, doing good, man, doing good. I have an alarm now that I set, so it goes off like every 3 hours basically, from noon to from noon to midnight, and it's been helping me stay on track with eating, because what I realized is that, well, I didn't realize this, I've known this since I was a little kid, is I have some pretty intense hypoglycemia. Basically means your blood sugar crashes. So for me that looks like foggy thinking, irritability, my mood just plummets. So lately what I've been realizing is that, and the other factor is the longer I go without food, the less likely I am to eat. I just don't want to eat after that. I'll go 12 hours without food until finally I'm just like can barely move. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when was the last time I ate? So that's why I like these cooking streams, because they kind of force me to eat a healthier meal than I normally would. Like, look at this. Got a nice scramble going. So now what I do is I set an alarm every 3 hours, and every 3 hours I go, when was the last time you ate? When was the last time you got some good protein in you? What's up, Cappy? How you doing? And what I've been finding is I have way more control, seeming control, over my daily mood and my emotional stability, my emotional well-being, because I realize, like, hey, I've dealt with depression for good portion of my life, but also what I realize is, wait a second, are you really depressed, or are you just feeling down because your blood sugar's low? And what I realize is that it's actually a good portion of the time it's just my blood sugar's low, because the second I get some food in me, I'm just like, woo, I'm feeling good again. So for me, protein is like a secret weapon. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. So I've been feeling much better lately, because I'm actually eating what I'm supposed to be eating and eating when I'm supposed to be eating. And I like it. I'm good. I'm doing good, Cappy. Doing good. I'm about to do a whole lot better now once I eat this this scramble I'm making here. Okay, I'm slacking on this. So let's add the eggs. Moltres, how you been feeling lately, brother? The only thing with these stainless steel, you gotta prep the pan properly or the eggs stick. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. What's up, Matthew? How you doing, brother? Welcome in, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. So I like these cooking streams too. We get all the homies come out of the woodworks. Oh yeah. Move that from the heat. Make a couple tortillas. Tortilla. I love doing these kitchen streams because, one, I'm eating healthier, and two, I'm keeping a cleaner kitchen. So, again, I kind of selfishly utilize YouTube live streams to do the things I know I should be doing. Oh, I forgot to put garlic in this. Oh well. I like garlic. Love garlic. Take this. Got a little bit of the garlic in there, so we'll take that. A little bit more of that. And last but not least, a little spritz of salt. You're good to go, brother. Plate our eggy wigs. Who here likes UFC? Anyone like UFC? I was considering doing a UFC watch-along party in a bit because I got the Paramount Plus account, so I figure might as well. Bing, bang, boom, baby. Bam! Look at that. What's up, Romeo? Cappy likes it. I love it. I love UFC. Matthew, what you cooking? See, this is what it's all about. This is why I feel like a lot of live streamers become almost like slave to their streams, you know? They feel obligated to stream whatever the audience wants them to stream. You know? And I get burnt out that way. Like, I'm very blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm very blessed in the sense that I get a lot of people asking me to stream video games. You know? I think it's a lot of people's dreams to just hop on a live stream and play video games. You know? But, you know, I get burnt out doing the same thing. Even though I'm a complete creature of habit. Look at these tortillas. Bam! Look at that. Look at that! Ooh. Coffee, pour us some OJ. I don't even need to use this cup. I'm just going to drink the rest of this thing. We only got a little bit left. It's actually tangerine juice. Best. Just flip this guy around. Bam. Welcome to the table. And now we feast. Now we feast, brethren. Brothers! Brothers in arms! Gather! Gather for the feast! Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Look at that. Holy hell, that's good. Good Lord. Want some broccoli? Hell yeah. My man. Chopping broccoli. Chopping broccoli. Chopping broccoli. Chopping broccoli. Let's see you stream Fortnite. Tanks, Brawlhalla, cooking guitar. I stream a lot of the things with this stuff. We've been doing piano too. You got the workouts. We sometimes, very rarely, do painting. So to make eggs, it actually doesn't take too long. That's how I met Lilith. See, that's why I like streaming a bunch of different stuff, because you expand the community and you get to meet a lot of new people. That's how we found Lilith. And we all love Lilith. Hell yeah, Matthew. Oh, Romeo, I forgot you've been gone for a while. Lilith returned. This is why I just keep the streams going. This is why I have the Brawlhalla Homie Hangout. Because everyone's got different things going on in their life. You know, so people kind of come and go. Some people are always here. Like Roberto. Shout out Roberto. That's why anyone who goes like, what the fuck's going on with Roberto? It's like, you don't talk bad about Roberto. We love Roberto around here. Deliciousness. I've been keeping track of what I eat. So I write it down here. And see, Romeo gets it. He's Robertoing. He's Robertoing hard right now. He's doing what Roberto does. Roberto likes to Roberto all over the place. When I met Roberto, it was back when I was doing Pokemon live streams. Which we'll probably do at some point. Yeah. Matthew. 1000%. This is just what Roberto is like. He will occasionally break character. But even then, he stays true to his Roberto character. It's definitely a journey, Matthew. It's definitely a journey. Like I said earlier, I got over like I'm almost at 5,000 videos I've posted on here. So we've been at this for a while. But I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out. Helping me make my dreams a reality. Making it on the YouTubes. And my goal is, lately what I realize is it's not about me, it's what do you guys get out of this. You know, you guys are just sitting here watching me eat eggs. But it's we live in an age where we all want connection, right? This is essentially my hangout time with people. You guys are my people. If I wasn't talking with you guys, I would probably just be scrolling on my phone. That's the sad, honest truth. But when I go live, my phone is right there. So that's why I always say, you guys help me to be a better version of me. So, hopefully in turn, can help you guys pursue whatever you guys are pursuing too. You know what I mean? And one of those things is, you gotta take care of your body. So, eat right. Doesn't have to be complicated. Just make sure you're getting some good food in you. I will never forget the OGs. Literally, the reason I always go live is because Moltres and Psycat. I used to take like 3 months break when I'd be in school or work or whatever. And I'd think like, man, I hope Moltres and Psycat are still there when I come back to streaming. So, again, broken record, but it's all about the community. It's about you guys. About keeping the homies together. Which, if you'll notice, lately I've been doing the Brawlhalla Homie Hangout. Which is just, if I'm out and about going to work, I fire up Brawlhalla. And that way I can pop in the chat, see what's up to you guys, and it keeps everyone together. Right? Psycat, I would literally be thinking like, man, Psycat and Moltres, they're gonna get girlfriends, they're gonna be busy with school, they're gonna find another live streamer they want to hang out with. I get all in my head. But the thing is with me, I have to stay consistent at whatever I'm doing. If I even take one day off, it's just slippery slope to nothing. So, if I want to live stream, I have to do it every day. Otherwise, one day off turns to 2 days off, turns into a week off. And you never know what's going to hit. Like this right here. This is me making eggs. But again, it's about the connection. Everyone these days is just, you know, like I was on Instagram and I saw this lady talking. She turned out to be AI. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, we're living in a very odd transitional time for humanity. So my hope is that we just keep things real, you know? I'm not doing any editing. I just turned this thing on. We say, what's up to the homies? Very entertaining egg eating. See, Matthew gets it. And I hope you have a delicious broccoli feast. Oh, yeah. But what's crazy about this, I completely missed. 3, 4, shit. Alright. Almost ate shit right there. Hope that was entertaining for you guys. Did I just break my arm on stream? Like, what I realized is that, for the most part with live streaming, what people tend to want is you looking at the camera, reading the chat. That's really what live streaming is about. It's not so much about like, look at me, look at me. It's definitely entertainment. Don't get me wrong. That's a portion. That's a good portion of live streaming. But I think a lot of people just want that connection. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. You know, because I'll do the workout streams, and I gotta be honest. The portion of the stream that I'm actually working out, nobody hangs out. Nobody's watching. It's very, very minimal. But as soon as I kind of stop working out and I just sit in front of the camera, we get like 15 people in here, you know? I'm bored, do jumping jacks. Romeo, that happens most nights, I'm not going to lie. But again, I'm just a dude. Playing a dude disguised as another dude. No. That's a big portion of live streaming was being able to talk. Basically, you're just talking to yourself. You know, I'm reading the chat, and that's why I appreciate you guys being here, actually giving me stuff to talk about. But, you know, half the time you're just freaking talking to yourself. So that's why it will inevitably turn into like therapy session, because I just end up going like, well, back when I was a child. Use some Joku therapy right now. All right, Matthew, tell me about your mother. Do Sigmund Freud time. Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. What's up, guys? Now we've reached the portion of the cooking. We must do the cleaning. The eating's the fun part. This is not the fun part. But again, this is why I like having you guys here. Because left to my own devices, I just let the dishes pile up like I did right here. But since you guys are here, we want to keep hanging out. So, that's what we're going to do. Hang out with the homies. This guy over here. This is my magic bottle of juice. The juice bottle. Oh yeah, I forgot Romeo was the lion guy. That turned out to be one of my most interactive posts I've ever made. Play some synths, I'll catch you later. I appreciate you, Matthew. Matthew, we literally have a guy named the Synth Wizard here. So you should talk to him. Because it's not too often I get two guys in here that love synth. That's dope. I don't know if Synth is still here. Yeah, Synth Wizard, if you're still here, I think I might have offended him. Apologize if I offended you with Synth. I was hungry. He said I don't play bass. He's like, for someone who called Joku bass, you don't really play bass much. I said, you better watch your fucking mouth. Don't you put that slander on my good name. Butcher knife! The knife for butchering. Put away the dishes. Putting away the dishes. Dishes getting put away. Gotta put away all dish now. There's Synth Wizard. Hurt deeply, but still here. I love you, Synth. I'll make it up to you with an interpretive dance later. How about that? That's definitely something you're into. Speaking of Jones, we got the new Joan here. And also, since we have Romeo here, whatever happened to Joan? Joan 3PO. No, Joan 3PO was Vortex. I do. I love you guys. You guys are my y'all are my babies, even though I think some of you guys are older than me. But I'm definitely older than some of you guys too. You know, I have to that's usually unless you talk about my bass playing. But usually when you see me, you know, go off on the chat, is usually it's just someone making fun of one of the OGs in here. Like, you know, if someone comes after one of you guys, I go, you better watch your fucking mouth. That's why people always go like, what the hell is Roberto talking? I'm like, don't worry about Roberto. We love Roberto. But yeah, I genuinely love and appreciate each one of you guys. My media volume not working, so I'll just send a smile. Appreciate you. Synth Wizard's my stepdad. You better not be, Synth. You better not be. You are barking up a tree you don't want to go down, brother. Turn that around. Put very kindly a banana butt. See, Romeo gets it. All right. Now we've done all that. Now we gotta actually wash the dishes. Time to wash. Synth became our new Joan. Interpret dancing to your prog synth hip hop beats. I like that. We'll have to make that happen. We had one of the craziest streams here the other day because Roberto transitioned from threatening my Obama snow. Oh, that was or no, threatening with his Obama snow. Moltres, I don't think you were there, but new synth lore is that his dream girl is the belly dancer from the music video Baby Bash. Cyclone by Baby Bash featuring T-Pain. Oh, speak of the devil. Here he is. And we also found that Synth is in love with Lilith. So he's Lilith's new suitor. Which, you know, she seems to be all for it, so love is in the air, you guys. What if people actually fell in love and got married on this stream? Someone meets their fucking wife here, or husband, or whatever you guys are into. No judgment. You do you. May you ask a favor? You can ask. Just keep your expectations very low. Roberto's in love, not synth. No, Roberto's in love with synth. Not Synth Wizard. He's in love with the synth in the song Cyclone by Baby Bash. He's in love with someone who can move their body like a cyclone all night long. You want to see a daily post? Honestly, I don't even know what you mean. So I'll tell you what you've been missing out on. I basically, my new routine is, I was doing the writing streams for a while, but I realized that I was just losing subscribers sitting here writing on stream. Because when I'm writing, I don't really feel like reading the chat. I kind of need to stay in my head. Because every time you read the chat, you kind of lose that flow. So I still write every day, but I just haven't really been doing it on stream as much. So my new thing is that I try and write first thing in the morning, and then after that, I've been studying neuroplasticity, and one thing they talk about is if you do like 30 to 45 minutes of aerobic exercise, like moderately intense aerobic exercise, your brain is more open to learning new skills, you know, and just more malleable towards positive change. So now what I've kind of been doing is, rather than doing those nighttime streams, which actually nighttime is when I actually like to work out the most. So even like last night, I kind of felt like doing a nighttime stream, except my back was kind of hurting, so I decided not to. But is the new routine is basically I wake up, I write. I haven't really been streaming it, but that's what I'm doing. And then I go live and I do some workouts. So I've been doing some ball work, some jump rope, some stretch. I did a ton of stretching yesterday. But you know, just a basic thing. And then I try and do 20 minutes minimum of jump rope. You know, I kind of want to get a pull-up bar so I can just have my own little gym set up out there. Get a little pull-up bar dip station, you know. So basically, new routine is wake up, write, workout, then immediately following the workout, I do like a minimum of 30 minutes on piano. So I do like whatchamacallit? I do a little sight reading. So it's more like brain work. So it might not look like working out, but it's like working your brain. So I do a little working out, a little bit of piano work, and then we usually do the cooking stream right after that. Romeo loves the night. Well, see, that's the thing, is I've kind of like forced to do the nighttime streams because that is by far the most successful streams. You know, I get a ton of people in here. But also, you know, I really enjoy the community we've really fostered and built here. So even though I get a ton of people in there, a lot of them are just like the weirdest trolls you'll ever see. And so, you know, as awesome as those streams are, they're kind of draining. You know, it's just me in front of the camera, and then people just like trying to get me to say an appropriate word. Like, Psycon, what's an example? I can't even think of it. I need to leave you all to this shit. Makes sense, us night owls. Yeah, you know, exactly. People come out of the woodworks. And I'm a total night owl too. But what I've been doing lately is, I do that. And then I want to do more jam sessions. I haven't been doing the jam session stream lately. So I want to do that. I might even do that today. But what I've been doing is, because I have to go to work in the afternoons, so I've been waking up at like 5 a.m. lately, which I've never done. Oh yeah, Gabe, last name Owners. There's Mike, last name Hunt. You know, a lot of those guys pop in. Anytime I'm like working out, people go like, I could beat this guy up. You know, and it's whatever. Appreciate the trolls. But you know, is what it is. But lately, I've been waking up super early. I've been waking up like before dawn, so I can't really do those staying outside till 2 a.m. Also, when I was doing those nighttime outside streams, Because I think people just like the novelty that I was outside at night. They're like, what the hell is going on here? Is this guy a crackhead? Basically, those streams are just people accusing me of being a crackhead. So, you know, as many watch hours and people we got watching, you can see why I'm not too eager to just do that on a nightly basis. Of like, hey, what in the crack addict is going on here? You know? Which, you know, being someone with ADHD, that is not the first time I've had people accuse me of being on crack. Is what it is. Romeo, it's a superpower. Just realize that it's a superpower. So, anyways, point being is that lately I've been streaming earlier in the day. So I do the like the chatting with you guys type streams earlier. And then we do, when I have to go to work, I fire up the Brawlhalla streams. So the Brawlhalla Hangout is just me live streaming Brawlhalla, and then I'm hanging out in the chat, so I can keep hanging out with you guys. Makes just sitting here and watching streams hard. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is ADHD, it seems like a focus deficit when really it's, you get hyper-focus. So you just got to basically learn how to channel that energy. Like my buddy lately has been telling me, we've determined that I'm basically Cyclops from X-Men, where it's like I have to control my my focus, because my focus will just, whatever I do, I'll end up just going 1,000% at it and burning out, destroying everything in sight. So you need the glasses to focus the beams. You know, because the reality is, it's like, I want to create, I want to do art, I want to do music, but, you know, not a lot of people who just pop in the music streams, all they do is they go, play this song, and I'll be like in the middle of playing another song, and it's like, you know, and they'll dip out, or they're just trolling me, and so it's just like you're a human jukebox. And I don't know half the songs, so every stream is just like, play this song. And I go, I'm sorry, I've never heard that song before. They go, you don't know that song? How do you not know that song? And I'm like, brother, if I had a quarter for every time someone said that to me, I'd be a fucking millionaire. Or at least I'd have a bunch of quarters. Yeah, where's Joan? What's up, Minerva? So what I realized is, if I just stream what I want to stream, I end up just losing subscribers on a daily basis. But also, like the great Stephen King said, if you worry too much about what the audience wants, they're going to hate everything you do. You know? So that's why lately what I've been focusing on is, it's almost like self-betterment, you know. I go on here, we do a cooking stream, I try and eat healthy, I end up doing a lot of cleaning, which, you know, I'm sure is entertaining as hell to watch, but it's important, you gotta do it. So my house has been getting cleaner. My sink has never been this clean, even though it doesn't look that clean. For my standards, this is very clean. Because we're doing it every day. Right? You never know when Joan's going to pop up. But again, at the end of the day, what I realize my main focus right now is just, I am a virtual we're on a virtual cruise ship that is YouTube. And there's a million rooms for you guys to go into. And you guys have either just stumbled on my room or just choosing to hang out in my room, you know? And so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys sincerely for being here, for hanging out. And so, again, that's why I'm loving these Brawlhalla homie hangouts, because otherwise what happens with live streaming is you essentially create, unless you're doing like IRL streaming, which is what I started on and when I was on Twitch, but there's a lot of liability if you're doing IRL streaming. It's kind of scary, if I'm being honest. So what happens, like when I just do a stream from my room or something, you create a prison cell for yourself, you know? You get all these viewers and you want your watch hours to go up and you don't want to end the stream. So you end up just sitting in front of a camera for, 7 hours straight. The day just wastes away. The day just burns away. And it's like, yeah, you're hanging out with people, but, I just feel, it's like you feel enclosed in this little box. And so that's why I end up just kind of choosing to do positive things that I need to force myself to do every day. And that's why I like to live stream those things, Cooking, piano practice, learning new songs on guitar, working out, that kind of stuff. Because it's stuff that, you just gotta plug away at, you know what I mean? Because, Romeo, because it's provocative. Gets the people going. Got your attention, right? Romeo, your brother is famous. Your brother is famous around these parts. Around these parts. Make it a coffee. Make it a coffee. Whoa. What I might do later is a whatchamacallit, a UFC watch along. I'm thinking about doing that because we got a live UFC event happening, and I actually have Paramount Plus. So, might as well. Make it a coffee. That there. That was that. That is a question for them. I think they both came at the same time. I pretty much was just like sitting in my room alone playing Pokemon Crystal, and then I got raided by another channel, and that's where I met Psycat and Moltres. Have a good one, Minerva. And I'm flaked. Appreciate you, brother. this guy off. Yeah, I think the first regular viewer I ever had was someone named Penguin. I don't remember their full username, but they were the Penguin. And I hope that person's doing okay. But I have a gut feeling that it was an older gentleman who might have not been in the best of health and was extremely kind and extremely supportive and commented on every video I posted and kept encouraging me to keep it up. And then, you know, during one of my break periods, you know, I finally came back and then never saw that person again. And I remember checking their channel. I saw that they hadn't made any posts or anything. And I was like, oh, dang. I hope they're okay. So, again, that's what I say. I stay as regular as I am because I like to keep the homies together. Because, you know, some people come and go. They got things going on in their life. Like someone we haven't seen in a few days is Greenie. You know, I hope Greenie's doing good. I know she's been doing some PT lately. So it's like, I hope she's doing good. I haven't seen Jaden. But I know Jaden was going through some stuff. So that's why I just like to keep the room open so people can just come in, kick your feet up, relax, hang out, no pressure, you know. Come and go when you like, whatever you want to do. But we keep the room open. He's probably on some of my earliest streams. I'd have to find him. Here, let me look right now. Your girl played a prank on you? That's crazy. Kitty pulled you with slime. Or she slimed you with a kiddie pool, I should say. Alright, let me see my... Go to my channel, go to my videos. My oldest videos. Oh my gosh. How adorable Cinnamon is. She loved her corn. Look at that. She went psycho for these things. She absolutely loved these corn on the cobs. This was like the best thing. This was every day. She would just clean these things of corn. She wouldn't even eat it. She would just collect them like gold coins in Mario. And she would clean this thing off. She would stuff her cheeks full of it, and then she would stash them all in a corner of the... this was one of the many enclosures I had for her. She would just stuff them in a corner. And then what I would do is I would take the corn when I put her to bed back in her cage, and see, this was a lot of my early streams were just videos of Cinnamon. Good old hamster time. Miss that, baby. And she would put the corn in the corner, gosh, that's crazy. She would put the corn in the corner, and then I would end up just, after she go to bed, I'd end up like putting the corn. I would like spread it around the enclosure, and then she would go in there and she would frantically collect it all, and it was like it was like a video game. It was like Mario. All right, so I'm not seeing the Penguin guys' comments. All of my original videos were all 11 hours long with like 5 views. Psycat, unfortunately, I think the Penguin guys' videos are no longer available. I remember I used to do what was called the Guitar Dojo. That was one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, Penguin is no more. That's very sad. Very sad, very sad. No, his comments are gone too. They were there for the longest time. But alas, they are no more. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm guessing the account's gone. The account was up for years, though. Because I used to go back and check to see if they did anything, see if they posted. Very sad, very sad. Alright. Well, that's that. Alright, so right? Romeo gets it. Alright, we're down to 2 folks here. So Moltres, Psycat, love you guys. Romeo, always great to have you here. I think what I'll do now is I'm going to transition back over to the Brawlhalla Homie Hangout because I have to fold some laundry, do a little bit more cleaning, and then we'll turn that off if and when I decide to do the next thing. So the next thing would be either a workout, a jam session, piano practice, or the UFC watch along. But I might even just do the watch along. View account lying. Moltres! Yeah, we're at 4 now. So that's the other thing with me is it's like I'm a whore for for watch hours and viewer count. So it's like when we have like 7 to 10 people here, I do not turn the stream off. You know, to my, you know, it works against me sometimes because I end up just doing whatever. But I think I'm going to fire up Brawlhalla's. That way we can get all the homies back. Because I also got to do some writing. So, get the writing going. But, you know, it's good that I kind of cut these ones down to like an hour or so. Because it makes it more manageable if anyone wants to watch it later. And helps keep me from just sitting in front of a camera for 5 hours straight. And I know people want me to do that, so we'll do it when we do it. Alright. Alright, this bad boy up. Yeah. See why I like this one too versus the camera is always more sketchy because I'm always worried I'm gonna accidentally point it out a window or something. You know what I mean? So. Alright, so now, if you guys go to my channel, not yet, I'll let you know when I fire it up. Get the couch party going. Alright guys. I'm going to turn this stream off, but if you go to my channel, I'm going to have Brawlhalla Homie Hangout live in, we'll say 10 seconds, because I got to turn it off here, and then I'm going to walk over and turn it off over there, or turn it on over there. So that's the plan. Is that a white hair sticking out? What the heck is that? No, it's just the lighting. It look all white. So yeah, hope to see you guys there. And that will be the next thing that we do. All right, see you there, guys. Peace.